Hi everybody, quick reminder, don't forget to check out the on-screen end cards towards the end of the video, as well as the merch shelf and links down in the description below to explore my new Outcast comic book series. And I just have to say that I genuinely appreciate all of the support that's been shown for this new adventure. Now let's dive in to Time Trapper Doomsday. The intersection of cosmic temporal manipulation and ultimate physical destruction reached its peak in DC Comics' DC All-In initiative. In the 2024 through 2025 Superman run, written by Joshua Williamson with art by Dan Mora, a shocking revelation redefined one of the publisher's most legendary cosmic mantles, the enigmatic Time Trapper, who was revealed to be a highly evolved future incarnation of Doomsday. Historically, the Time Trapper has been a shifting temporal anomaly whose true identity fluctuates depending on alterations to the timeline, having previously manifested as Cosmic Boy, Superboy Prime, and Glorith, including others. However, this specific version represents the literal endpoint of Doomsday's unique biological trajectory, trading unbridled physical mass and power for complete mastery over the fabric of time. Now, in addition to Doomsday always having vast durability and vast strength, his core genetic trait has always been reactive adaptation, the biological ability to resurrect after death completely immune to whatever killed him. In The Many Deaths of Doomsday saga, this mechanism transcends physical trauma. Having died, broken out of hell, and survived countless iterations of destruction, Doomsday eventually existed all the way to the literal end of time. Faced with absolute cosmic entropy, the eventual dying and freezing of all reality, Doomsday's biology adapted to survive the destruction of time itself. Instead of perishing, he conquered the concept of time, evolving a supreme intellect, complete self-awareness, and absolute chronokinesis, which is time manipulation, no longer solely depending on animalistic savagery and brute strength. By surviving the end of everything, he became a living embodiment of entropy, adopting the mantle of the Time Trapper to ensure his survival and observe the cosmic timeline. Now, being visually designed by artist Dan Mora, this highly evolved Doomsday is a staggering departure from his classic 90s look. The massive, muscle-bound powerhouse covered in jagged bone spurs is replaced by an eerie, emaciated figure of uncanny human proportions, still somehow retaining his significant height. He also retains his iconic calcified facial structures and glowing red eyes, but his slender frame is draped in flowing purple and dark robes, completely bound by heavy metallic chains. This physical slimming down mirrors his shift in power. As I stated before, he no longer needs to use physical brawn when he can effortlessly bend reality. And his persona changes just as drastically, because now he's highly articulate, calm, and deeply philosophical. Not to mention that he also recognizes his relationship with the Man of Steel, famously telling Clark, and I quote, "I am entropy, you are life. As time goes on, we are forever." End quote. He also has an uncanny memory retention, because unlike normal beings, he does keep all the memories of all alternate timelines and previous universal iterations. Now, in Superman number 19 and 20, the Time Trapper manifests in the present day, effortlessly freezing the entire planet in a single moment of time, while a savage, contemporary version of Doomsday is actively fighting Lois Lane, who at this time temporarily possessed the powers of Superwoman. However, rather than acting as a traditional villain seeking destruction, the Time Trapper serves as an ominous herald of a much greater disaster. Now, as part of the Quantum Quorum, alongside cosmic entities like the World Forger, Time Trapper Doomsday uses his powers to scout the time stream and warn the Justice League about the catastrophic, multiversal conquest of Darkseid Legion and the emergence of the Absolute Universe. This, among other things, forces an unprecedented dynamic where Superman must confront a future version of his own killer who seems to be trying to preserve the timeline from complete annihilation, also setting up a race against time before this Doomsday Time Trapper reaches an unstoppable quote-unquote God mode evolution. Because of course now this extremely intelligent Doomsday believes that if he were to be killed one more time, he would transcend reality and become a deity of sorts, then being able to bend all of reality to his own will. And I have to say, with Doomsday's track record of resurrection, that's not an absurd conclusion for him to come to. Now, for his powers and abilities, and his massive influence on the DC Universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I have to give Time Trapper Doomsday a rating of 10, which is a legendary rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like, hype, and subscribe to The New Sage.